Hey there, Cosmic Warriors, and welcome back to my Mars series. So in today's video we are going to be taking a look at the Leo leader as we explain the Mars in Leo leadership. Now, if you would like to know more information all about Mars within astrology and the first house within astrology and the Aries houses, then I have created an Astrology Aries season archetype ebook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a download to that ebook in the description box so you can pick up your copy today. So with all of those introductions out of the way, Mars in Leo, let's do this. Now what I want you to imagine is that the Mars signs are having a race against one another. Now, the Mars and Leo leader, what they're going to do is they're either A, going to approach that situation with such sass and just like, yes, we're doing this, we're gonna get started here. Or B, they might just, stand very confidently in themselves and just approach that situation with that confidence, with that certainty in themselves, with just their head held high, shoulders pulled back, they're going into it. But you know what? The most powerful thing about this is that the Mars and Leo leader already knows beforehand that that win for them is already theirs, regardless if the Mars and Leo actually wins. Because the whole point of this is that the Mars and Leo, regardless if they win something or lose something, or they don't get that thing that they want, or they get that thing that they want, whether or not, right, this drive, this Mars and Leo is still just like, with or without, I've still won. Keeping in mind here that this is fixed fire energy. What this may result in is a person who is sustaining of that energy, right? So it's sustaining their creation. Therefore, the Mars in Leo is not going to invest their time or their energy into something that they don't really see as, does this feel good to me? Like, is this person respecting me? Is this situation respecting me? Are they caring about me? Do they love me? Do they actually care about themselves even? Are they secure in themselves? Because if they're insecure in themselves, they're just going to bring me down. It's to show that confidence in their leadership and to be able to stand up on a podium, for example, and communicate a message, speak their truth to audiences. I mean, we have the likes of Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, both of them competing against each other a few years ago, and they both have their Mars in Leo. This, to me, I was like, wow, to think that they both have their Mars in Leo, because the thing is that Leo energy can be connected with politics. Now, of course, with politics is a very sensitive area for many people, right? But if you really think about politics and how that all goes, and when you look back to rulership, you look back to kings and queens and things like that, and presidents who rule over people, well, it's a very Leo thing. But still, bringing this on back to them knowing or feeling that, yes, I've already won this regardless of whether or not I actually am the winner or the loser at the end of it. It's this very energy that shows this confidence. It shows this ability to just remain strong-willed towards who you are. So essentially meaning, right, that no matter what happens to you in life, that people, other situations, that your surroundings outside of you, they can't take anything from you. They can't take your energy, truly they can't, because your energy is sustained within your life force. This is Leo, the very life force here, right? The sun. So what we notice with Leo energy is being so sure within yourself enough that no matter what anybody does or says, that you're still going to bring it on back, and you're going to still say to yourself, I am good. I am well. I have enough. I am abundant. I am creation. And also, the Mars in Leo leader is going to be so loyal. So let's say, for example, that the Mars in Leo leader is wanting to apply for a new job, or they're wanting to apply for a new position, or maybe it's just that they want to create a new project for themselves, okay? The Mars in Leo leader is just going to be loyal and committed towards that next step that they make for themselves. Because this is about the Mars in Leo being loyal towards them. And because they're being loyal to themselves, they are holding themselves accountable for their own actions. And then because of that, then they're going to be more fixed and more determined and more strong-willed towards their actions. Through that strong will, they can become really powerful leaders who show others that when you focus on something and concentrate on something enough because you're passionate about it, because you love it, because you enjoy it, because you know that even with or without it you still win, that can be so motivational and inspirational for other people. Let's say, for example, that the Mars in Leo leader then decides that they want to lead within a particular company or firm. Well, that Mars in Leo leader is going to want to be very much in the know. They want to make sure that they are the authority within that role, and so through that authority, they want to make sure that every person within that unit or firm is doing their part. So they're going to be very involved. They're going to be very hands-on, and they're going to be really good at giving directions to other employees or members of the team. Basically, if the Mars in Leo leader decides that they want to lead, they're going to take pride in their very position. And when they see the strengths in others, they're going to be very good at complimenting them for those strengths and actually just showing gratitude, or just showing appreciation rather, towards that person's strengths. And through that validation from the Mars and Leo towards that person, then that can also help build that person up. But then likewise, the Mars and Leo may be that type of leader who appreciates that in a team, where the team they build each other up, they progress further together, and they just motivate one another through just respect and love, and seeing, oh, well, wow, I really appreciate this about you, or yeah, I really appreciate this about you too. The Mars and Leo leader may also be really interested in just celebrity things and being in the know of what's going on in Hollywood, what's going on in the news, spilling the tea, I suppose. Things that excite them, like, oh wow, who did that? She said that? Really? That happened? No way. At the same time, the Mars and Leo leader may not be overly fond of their lives being in the know to other people. Then again, they might like the attention or response, but I suppose it could just really depend on why, right? So where is the attention coming from? What is the attention? Someone who I really like with their Mars and Leo is actually Conan O'Brien. He has that show that he hosts, of course, and I just find him to be really entertaining and really funny and super creative, and he can also be a little bit cheeky. We also notice so many amazing performers who have their Mars and Leo. Okay, so we have the likes of Cher, Frank Sinatra, Sting, Bruce Springsteen, Paul McCartney, and Amy Winehouse. But when it comes to Cher specifically, she is now 72 years old and she's still performing in Las Vegas, I believe. So maybe that's one of the things about the Mars and Leo, is that their energy levels are really good and sustaining because they just forever feel young at heart. And not to mention the ultimate performer herself, Sasha Fierce, Beyonce, who has her Mars and Leo in the 10th house. Now, of course, not every Mars in Leo leader is going to be a performer on a stage, but the performance side of things when it comes to them working within a company or a firm, well, the Mars in Leo leader is going to pay a lot of attention and be very aware of the performances of the staff and also the performances of themselves. So how are they performing? Now, if we were to take this into a presentation scenario, being able to suss out the most, I guess you could say, eye-catching pieces of information that maybe make the audience go, whoa, really? I never knew that. If you give the Mars and Leo enough time to prepare and everything, get everything together, they may be excellent at just getting up there and presenting it, you know, presenting it to the audience. Naturally, they're also going to be very creative in doing so as well. So they might be the type of people who stand up in front of a board meeting and then next thing you know, they're handing out all of these sheets with all these colorful images and things, and people are like, oh wow, nice touch, Mars and Leo. Or they've put in a really nice background to their presentation, or they've worn something on their outfit like a little brooch or just a little pendant of some sort, or earrings that just really stand out. So little things like that Mars and Leo can do, and people take notice. But even going back to performance of people within that company, well, I certainly would not want to be working for a Mars and Leo person whilst they monitor my own performance. Off with his head! Basically, you do not want to bruise a Mars in Leo's ego. When it comes to the dating scene, because of course this is Leo, and Leo can be connected with dating and love and romance, and then Mars connected with our assertion and our sexual energy, well, it could be suggested that these people, they may date a little bit, you know, they may be more prone to wanting to be more active about going on dates with people and just kind of wanting to get to know different people and mingle, right? So from that mingling and dating that they do, they get to know a lot of different people. And so from knowing different people and dating different people, they get to know a lot about relationship stuff. And so from them knowing a little bit more about relationship stuff, then they're very good at giving dating advice and relationship advice and just attraction advice overall, but they're able to do it in a fun way where they almost just, for example, they could share their own experiences, they could tell stories, they can be great storytellers who just will share the story of the people that they have, you know, dated or slept with. So yeah, they may be all about just sharing that and being okay with sharing that if, of course, that's what they want to do. But they can certainly be the types of, you know, flirty types, okay? A little bit of innocent flirting, dating, okay? And what the person who springs to mind here is Sofia Vergara. She has her Mars in Leo. And also Demi Moore has her Mars in Leo. And George Clooney, okay? George Clooney, guys. So yes, you just might notice the Mars in Leo just roaming the Pride lands. And if you are in a sexual relationship with the Mars and Leo, well, they may have no problem with putting on a show for you. Yes. Now, at the same time, it doesn't mean that they're show ponies, okay? You just say, hey, Mars and Leo, go for it, give me a lap dance, or just dance for me, do something erotic, Mars and Leo. They're like, no, I will do it whenever I want to do it for you, okay? Yeah. You're gonna enjoy it. They are certainly going to be leaders who give direction with authority whilst others pay attention. When it does come to this direction, well, the Mars and Leo leader is going to be great at giving direction to any children that they perhaps have, or children that they adopt, or even just to children in general. So if it is maybe that they're going to be a nursery school teacher or even a high school teacher, something like that, the Mars and Leo may be a great leader when it comes to leading that class, you know, so presenting in front of the children, being able to be very captivating, you know, with that Leo energy and bringing in the creativity and just, you know, all those childlike things, so the childlike nature that the Mars in Leo has, the children in that classroom are really going to resonate with that. And so when it comes to their own children, they're going to be great at helping that child become independent and self-reliant. And they're also going to help boost the child's confidence. And a perfect example of someone who has their Mars in Leo is actually Mila Kunis. Now, I talked about Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis' partner, in the Mars in Cancer video. But when it comes to Mila, well, she apparently stated that she gives credit to motherhood for giving her confidence and making her feel less insecure. So essentially meaning that if a Mars in Leo goes to have children of their own, well, it just might be that they gain so much confidence from that experience of being a parent. The Mars in Leo leader may be great when it comes to gift giving. So the people they have in their lives who they really care about, you know, that they really love, they may be prone to showing gifts or giving gifts as a way just to show like, hey, you're really special to me. You know, even when it comes to the sexual partner, right? Could be towards their sexual partner. Then again, it could just be through kind gestures. Now, when it comes to sports, okay, we notice that the Mars in Leo leader may excel when it comes to sports, because this sports is connected with the 5th house here, okay? So, with that in mind, we see Michael Jordan. And we also notice Serena Williams. So we got Michael Jordan, a star basketball player, and then we've got Serena Williams, a star tennis player. And not to mention, guys, how sexy these leaders are. I mean, we have Brittany Murphy, okay, unfortunately she's no longer with us. James Dean, also no longer with us. George Clooney, Demi Moore, Colin Farrell, River Phoenix, okay. Unfortunately, he also died. He died very, very young. But yes, all of these people, and well, in my opinion, wow, sexy. Lastly though, I want to mention one of the most ultimate directors, which by the way, the Mars and Leo leaders may be great when it comes to directing movies. It is none other than Quentin Tarantino. Seriously, I'm such a fangirl for Quentin Tarantino. Yeah, he has his Mars in Leo. Overall, the Mars in Leo leader is going to be one confident, sure in themselves leader, no matter if they win or lose a competition. And even though, yes, they may be a little bit prideful, they are also highly generous. But if you really want to know the Mars in Leo leader, then make sure that you create something that is authentic and is from you, not something that is just a replica of something else. Okay then, Cosmic Warriors, so that concludes the Mars in Leo video as we explained Leo leadership. Thank you so much for watching, thank you for subscribing, and of course if you would like to see more videos from myself and you've not yet subscribed, then go right ahead and click that subscribe button, and I will be back with the Mars in Virgo video very, very soon. Bye!